She always loved late-night showers, the kind where the world outside was dark, quiet, and forgotten. The kind where steam filled the bathroom until the mirror was nothing but a hazy blur of shadows. That night, the water was hot and comforting, pouring over her skin, muffling the sounds of the empty house beyond. She let the warmth drown her thoughts, closing her eyes, humming softly to herself. But then it happened. The water stopped. No sputter, no warning, just silence. Soap clung to her hair, dripping down her shoulders, and for a moment she thought maybe the pipes gave out. But the quiet was too heavy, too deliberate. The kind of silence that made your heart slow, then race. She stood still, not daring to move, droplets sliding down her back like icy fingers, and she realized the house wasn't quiet at all. From the other side of the door, she heard it. A faint creak like someone shifting their weight on old floorboards. She whispered to herself, "No, I locked the door." But she wasn't sure. Did she? She always did, right? Her hand trembled as she reached toward the shower handle, twisting it desperately. Nothing. The pipes didn't even groan. Instead, she heard the bathroom light buzz, flicker, then dim for just a second too long. In that moment, the steam swirled, and she thought she saw something in the mirror through the blur. A tall, dark outline standing completely still. She blinked. It was gone. Her chest tightened as the sound came again. Footsteps, slow, deliberate, pacing outside. Then, silence. She pulled the curtain slightly, her fingers trembling, eyes darting to the bathroom door. The knob twitched, just once, then stilled. She froze, throat dry, listening so hard it felt like her eardrums would tear. Then the sound came from somewhere she didn't expect. The drain. At first it was a soft gurgle, the kind that happens when water struggles to disappear. But the sound grew louder, deeper, almost like a growl. And then, clear as her own breath, a voice whispered her name from deep inside the drain. She gasped, stumbling back against the slippery tiles, clutching the curtain for balance. The air felt colder now, thick, almost heavy, like the bathroom wasn't hers anymore. The curtain moved slightly. Just a reaper. She told herself it was her hand shaking, but then she saw it, a palm pressing against the curtain from the other side. Not uneven close. It was pale, too pale, the fingers unnaturally long, the nails blackened like charred wood. She screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the silence. Her first instinct was to run, to get out of that bathroom no matter what waited beyond the curtain. But when she lunged forward, her wet feet slipped on the tiles, crashing her down. Her head missed the tub by inches, her vision blurring for a second. She scrambled, hands scraping against cold porcelain, pulling herself upright. The curtain swayed again, not from her fall, but from something else. Something inside with her. She yanked it back, desperate to face it, to see whatever monster played with her sanity. But the shower was empty, just steam curling into the air. Her breath came in short, sharp bursts, her chest heaving. She turned toward the mirror, its surface fogged except for one clear spot. A spot she didn't wipe, and in it, she saw not her own reflection, but another face pressed close to hers. Hollow eyes. A wide, crooked grin. She screamed again, spinning. But the mirror only showed steam. She backed away, her spine hitting the tiled wall, tears burning her eyes. Then the sound returned, a soft drip. 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 She looked down, and her stomach twisted. Water began to pour from the shower head again, but it wasn't water anymore. Thick, dark red liquid gushed down, running over the drain, over her bare feet. She screamed, stumbling back against the door, clawing at the handle. Locked. She knew she locked it earlier, but she also knew she hadn't locked it this tight. Something didn't want her to leave. Her fingers shook violently as she twisted, pulled, banged against the door. Behind her, the sound of the shower grew louder, rushing, gurgling, until it sounded like the whole room was drowning in it. The smell hit her then. Metallic, iron, blood. Her hand slipped from the knob as something cold brushed against her ankle. She looked down and nearly choked on her own breath. A pale, gray hand was reaching out from the drain, fingers stretching impossibly long, grasping for her leg. She kicked, hard, screaming, watching the hand retreat, but the gurgling laugh that came after made her knees buckle. She clawed at the door harder, pounding with her fists, her voice hoarse from crying out. Suddenly, the sound stopped. Silence. The shower cut off. The drain went quiet. The lights steadied. And she thought maybe it was over. But then the knob turned slowly beneath her hand. Not from her, but from the other side. The lock clicked, and the door began to open. She stumbled back, pressing herself against the far corner of the bathroom, every muscle tense, every hair on her body standing. The door creaked open inch by inch, the hallway beyond impossibly dark, the shadows stretching long across the threshold, and then she realized the water hadn't stopped at all. It was still dripping. Drip. Drip. Not from the shower, from the ceiling above her. She tilted her head back slowly, dreadlocking her in place. Red liquid seeped through the cracks, dripping down in slow, steady streams. Her trembling breath caught as a shape leaned out of the darkness above, head upside down, eyes white and lifeless, staring straight into hers. Her screams shattered the silence as the figure lunged, crashing through the ceiling, hands reaching, pulling her back. Toward the tub, she fought, kicked, screamed, but the thing dragged her, its grip ice cold, its laugh rattling in her skull. She clawed at the tiles, her nails snapping, her skin tearing, but it didn't matter. It dragged her back into the tub, slamming her under the water that was no longer water at all. She thrashed, choking, drowning in the thick, red liquid, her lungs burning, her vision darkening. And just before everything went black, she saw them, countless pale faces staring at her from beneath the surface, mouths open wide, waiting. The screen fades to black, the sound of dripping echoing one last time before a whisper cuts through the silence. Someone turned off the water, and now you'll never leave. This was just the beginning. If you dare, click here for the next nightmare. A story darker, bloodier, and closer than you think.